Hi, this is BB. Um, I don't know what time it is, but I turned on. I'm smelling. There's a certain area in my house where my desktop is. But every time I go near the window, it's near to a window, and I smell kerosene there. I smell kerosene strongly, and I have a feeling the people are going there and they're either smoking right there or they're leaving a lit cigarettes there. These people are desperate for me to die. They're desperate for me to die. And there's one woman behind it. It's an ex-neighbor of mine. I can smell the cigarette. There's all gases all over that's being sprayed here. And with cigarette smoke, it would not. It would be like a flush. These people basically narrated what they were going to do to me. This is how sadistic they are. This woman and her boyfriend, like they've done some very bad things. And I am fearful because it doesn't look good. This doesn't look good. This is not like my last testimony of something, because I know this is what they want. I have a friend in law enforcement that I've said some things to. And there's an FBI agent who's aware of what's going on. These people are dangerous people. I don't know if it's a pedophile ring. I don't know what they do. But what they're trying to do is to the female, the woman, who the boyfriend is trying to make her take the fall for everything, and she's trying to make me take the fall for it, but not taking the fall for whatever they've done as a living person, but as a dead person, because a dead person can't defend themselves. A dead person cannot accuse anybody or say, no, hey, I didn't do that. And I have to reiterate, this woman and I shared the same address in California. And I think that's where they're getting me. We shared the same address. They did some things. They stole some money. They must have stolen a shitload of money from me. Because I have an aunt who was back home. She's in the United States right now. And when she goes back home, she will go to the banks to look to see if they can find, she can get a hold of the money that in the bank that my father left, which would be my money because my name's on it. And we had shares back home. And I just mailed something to her before she goes back home yesterday. Every time I do something to try to find out what's happening or get to the heart of where I know for certain that there was money or there should be money still, this is what happens to me. This is one of two things. It's either she's really trying to kill me, which I know she is, or she's trying to warn me. Well, neither one is going to work here. I just, I don't know what to do now. Because the only reason I'm even looking for what inheritances I had is because they started doing this to me. So I don't know what's happening here. I think the boyfriend probably left her to take a fall or something for something. And she wants him back. And she's trying to use me in a way to get him, to control him basically. To manipulate him. Because I can open my mouth and start a problem for them if something goes wrong. And she knows it, and he knows it. So she might use me to control him, basically. Or he might use me to control her. They play people like puppets. I'm like a puppet to them. I'm like their pincushion, their punch doll. I'm like their puppet. I feel like I'm being human, I'm being what they call human trafficking, or human trafficked, because they're using me for different purposes. The only thing they're not doing is actually assaulting me, but I'm feeling positive they have touched my body at certain points. Which means there's no turning back from that, and they know it. They know it. They have touched my body in that motel. I know that they have. The amount of things that happened to me, and I know one thing, the reason why they're doing so much. Let's do the math, people. Can you guess why they're doing so much? Because they feel confident they'll kill me. That I will go bye-bye. I will not be able to defend myself, nor will I be able to stand and accuse them. And they will get away with what they've done. And what they are doing to me right now. Like I always tell her out loud, I talk, because I know she can hear me. Is either she's incredibly confident, or she's incredibly stupid. For them not to have gotten caught for however long they've been doing this to me or other people, they're not stupid. They're not stupid. They plan and they strategize and they know exactly what they're doing. Because they keep their activities within certain guidelines. Within certain guidelines. That they know the police is not going to pay attention to. It's always in an abstract way. Nothing concrete. The amount of stuff they have done to my body, but in an abstract way, you see. That nobody, what am I going to say? Like I said, I spoke to psychics back in California. And when I thought she was being abused by her boyfriend, I was asking about her to see if she was okay. And one of the things they said back then, this was since back then, that she was thinking she got to be careful with fire. She got to be careful with fire. And I was thinking maybe this man is drugging her against her will and she's just losing her goddamn mind. But you see what I'm talking about now. Killing someone by fire burns is one of the most horrible things to do to a human being. To set them on fire. Especially a living person. If they can think of such a thing to do, even God himself did not. Because when they were burning people and kids on the wall of Jerusalem, they had fires all over outside the wall. They were throwing kids down, burning them. And they said that they were doing it in the name of God. God said, according to the Bible, such a thing never ever entered my heart. People do a lot of things in the name of God. And if probably God could reach down and punch them in the face, he would. Except he doesn't do that. But the thing is, for them to be so cruel, think of the cruelty they're holding inside and what they might not have done to people. These people are dangerous people. They're dangerous people. They want to do anything they want to me, and I must stay quiet. Is either the woman has manipulated my feelings for a long time, my emotions. She goes one of two ways. Is either she's trying to manipulate me, my emotions, as an empath, and as somebody who actually gave a rat's ass about her. She manipulates it like crazy. She manipulates, or she tries to manipulate it like crazy. But the smelling of this cigarette is not good. The smelling of the cigarette, especially in that area, because every time I sit down at my desktop, I smell kerosene. It's right near a window. I can smell cigarette smoke. Do the math. They're doing this on purpose to start a fire. That was my cat, not a spook. There's two red eyes coming. So I just wanted to make this video. They're not nice people. And that thing with the fire, And over this weekend, I believe I will make a video to outline what happened. Maybe you can get some input. I just know that this is not disease. I don't even think it's to threaten me anymore. I think it's just to kill me. They've done some stuff to me and they're trying to hide the evidence. They've done some things to me. But for people to do this, to go to this extreme, this is way past gang stalking now. This is straight out murder. They want to kill me. This is way past passing by and driving by and giving me looks or honking car horns or pickup horns or looking at me from the corner or something. This is way invasive now. This is not just that. This is way past being that. This is some people who are trying to kill me. I have no doubt about that. I have no doubt.